Hello and welcome. Today's project is all about the two big human needs, the need for certainty and the need for uncertainty, and why these are so important. And I want to unpack these because there's a lot to talk about. There's actually 6 human needs that Tony Robbins beautifully lays out. But in this video, there's so much to unpack with the need for certainty, the need for uncertainty that I'm just going to focus on those 2. If you're interested in all 6, I'll leave the link to the podcast I did with all 6 above and below. So let's start off with the need for certainty. I'm sure you can relate to this. If you're extremely sensitive, if you're walking around in chaos and extreme anxiety, you're going to relate to this need for certainty because that's what you're looking for. You're looking for certainty. You're trying to cling on and grab onto one of those life rafts because you're out in the middle of the ocean of unknown. And you can see this if you're continuously visiting your doctor, phoning your doctor, talking about your symptoms to your partner and loved ones. If you're Googling your symptoms, if you're waking up at 2 a.m. in a sweat, ruminating about what this potential pain or sensation could be, what you're doing there is you're looking for certainty, right? Those actions indicate you're trying to seek the answer to the problem. What could this be? What is this? And so it's interesting to know that when you do Google your symptoms, that action actually increases the uncertainty because when you go on Google, you find hundreds and hundreds of potential what ifs, and that sends you more into chaos because there's too much, there's too many possibilities, right? And that sends you further into chaos. And so the anxiety sufferer is looking to make this unknown territory known to them. You can also view this as like the tribe in the woods, right? The village. It's nighttime. There's a fire in the middle of the tribe, and what's beyond the border of the light that the fire, where the light of the fire reaches, beyond that border, needs your attention because beyond the border of your community, your tribe, is in the unknown, in the forest, are potential threats to your life, right? So when we encounter the unknown, the anxiety response, the amygdala, it activates because you need to pay attention. You need to be alert because you're going beyond the border of what you already know. Okay? So we developed over a long span of time the prefrontal cortex, the thinking part of our brain. This is the part of the brain where we imagine, we can project images, and we can use thinking, we can use that inner dialogue to solve problems. So using the prefrontal cortex to solve problems of the uncertainty. So using the prefrontal cortex to engage in that thinking. Okay, I'm in the unknown. How can I lessen this anxiety and really make this unknown known, right? And so the anxiety sufferer thinks like this: I need to know for certain. I need to know for certain if this is cancer or not. I need to know for certain that I won't faint today, that I won't have a panic attack today, that I won't develop this disease. I need to know for certain. So how does an anxiety sufferer, add certainty? Routine. People love routine because you need routine. You need some sort of certainty. You need predictability. You need to add as much predictability as you can. So how do you do that? You have a sleep and wake cycle at the same time each and every day. You wake up at the same time, you go to bed at the same time, you have a morning routine, and you eat regularly. You have set times where you eat. On your break, maybe you go and meditate, right? Maybe, yeah, exactly. But then there's also adding the manifestation movie in the morning. So when you wake up and you are expecting the day to be chaotic, it's important to sit with yourself in a meditative state and just visualize how you want the day to go, because you're actually targeting your unconscious mind. You're targeting the emotional brain, the amygdala, because your unconscious understands emotions and images. So if you imagine how you want the day to go, well, you're more likely going to manifest it unconsciously because you're speaking to the unconscious mind. Really, really important. But also make a schedule the night before of what you want to happen the next day. What do you want to happen? What time are you going to wake up, leave to work? What time do you want to pick up your kids? Or like, having a schedule adds more order, right? Adds more certainty, more predictability. You're not waking up at 3 a.m. think, oh, I forgot, like, I have to do this thing tomorrow. Having a plan of action is really crucial, because you're not going to wake up with all of that what if, but also, oh yeah, I have to do this. Like, there's too much circling up in the mind. The second need I want to talk about today is the need for uncertainty, because too much order is not good. You need uncertainty to grow yourself. You need uncertainty. So to overcome anxiety, and for me, to overcome my anxiety disorder, I needed to voluntarily confront the unknown in order to lessen my anxiety. Okay, why? Because in the unknown, you grow, because you're strengthening and hardening your mind, right? So, for example, if you are sensitive about going to the mall because you've had a panic attack there before, it's not good to stay at home and avoid the mall, because your fear of public places and being away from your safe zone grows the more you stay at home. So when you voluntarily go to the mall and confront that pain and panic, what happens? Well, the more you stay in that environment, the more you make the association of this place equals safety rather than death. So if you are in a place right now where there's too much order, you're bored, right? You're bored at home. There's nothing to do. You're just watching Netflix. You will unconsciously manifest drama in your life, because human beings, we need uncertainty. But here's the thing. If you are aware that you need to add more uncertainty, you can control what kind of uncertainty you want to manifest in your life. And that's better than manifesting uncertainty unconsciously with drama, getting into fights with your partner, your friends, neglecting work, neglecting any sort of relationship. You unconsciously fall deeper into drama because maybe you're just so bored and that you are unconsciously seeking drama out. You're seeking uncertainty. You're seeking variety. And in the unknown is where you find new information. Because you're here on my channel listening to my podcasts and my videos. You're learning about anxiety. You're learning about yourself, right? And when you learn about anxiety, that means that you're expanding what you already know and reaching out into this new domain of what you don't know. And in that domain of what you don't know, you're going to find things that click. I'm sure that you've watched many of my videos, things clicked for you. Oh, I'm doing that, or I need to do that. So you find information that, okay, I need to meditate, or I'm finding out that cold showers has a load of benefits for me. So you start to engage in these new habits, and these new habits are uncertain to you. It's unknown to you because it's new, it's novel. You start to meditate for the first time. You're bad at it, but the more you meditate, you find the benefits of it, and then the benefits make your life way better, and it grows you as a person. So constantly stepping out in that unknown, preferably voluntarily, is crucial for growing yourself and also strengthening your mind. So learning something new, it could be reading a book, reading something that you're not accustomed to reading, taking a new course, being here on my channel, learning about anxiety, learning about the amygdala, the brain, routines or habits that improve and strengthen the mind. But remember, it's reaching beyond what you already know is where you're going to find the answers. And that's where I'm going to leave you on today's video. Thank you so much for being here. If you're interested in one-on-one coaching, please go to unpluganxiety.com. View my coaching options. We will meet together and we will plan a structure. And people love the coaching because people always say, I love how you hold me accountable for not reaching weekly goals. And it's really important because people need that, right? And so if you're interested, head on over. And lastly, do not let anxiety define who you are. I will see you on the next video or podcast. Bye for now. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and that bell so that whenever a new video of mine appears, you will be one of the first to know. Namaste.